Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Rakwakwedash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the mighty Akim, Wakawathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from his final captivity, as well as the speckled bird that may look like the other nation, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, I want to go into this comment. A comment response. I haven't done a comment response in a long time. I have been giving comments, a few comments, but they're just dumb comments or not really questions or just not worth responding to. So basically, on this video that I had done here, where the original video got taken down, this dude was basically talking about how why are we including Hispanics as Israelites, and he says that as if we want to include them. It's like we're not picking and choosing who we want based off people that like us. And I think that, Slocky, that's a big issue with the so-called black community. They only want to include anyone to get accepted, but then also for other marginalized groups, they will say, oh, I don't want this person with me, or I don't want. But if it was a so-called white man, you would not have no issues saying, oh yeah, let's keep them. I love you, my brother. The white man is your brother. Like that shit is so. That is annoying. Like, that is lame as shit. Like, how are you gonna pick and choose who you wanna, like, bro? What? Anyway, the original comment is like, I thought it was pretty cringe and funny, but like this original comment, he basically said, MBJ 1994, Slovakia. He says, can you answer me this? Why are Hispanics so racist towards so-called black people? Now, this answer is very easy and it's very simple, and it ties into one of two answers. And I'll tell you both answers, actually. Which it is actually incredibly simple. So the first answer is that everyone hates so-called black people. Okay, all the other nations do not like the so-called black people, and this is just a general thing where the other nations they generally do not like to associate with so-called black people. Where is it? Okay, here. So John 15:19. If ye were of the world would love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. So we are speaking as oracles, as mediators of YAHAWAH. So as a result of that, the other nations are going to say like, oh, we don't like you guys, we hate you guys, like you guys are the scum of the earth, you guys this, that, and third, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. All right. And even then, like, people don't even hate the white version of Jesus. Oh, and when I say people, I mean other nations. Not all of them, of course, but like some of them. Like I heard, I think the Bible is banned in China. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Definitely fact check, but I'm pretty sure the Bible is banned in China. There is. Oh, I think the Bible is also banned in fucking the Middle East, okay, like in Arabia or something like that, where that's a Muslim country. So they already just don't like that. But aside from that, there is the generality of not liking so-called black people, and the image that Esau has put on us so-called black people towards the world, where we are viewed as, oh, we're the criminals, we're the bad guy, we're the terrible people, we're violent and stuff like that. When the irony of it is that Esau is the one that's the most violent. He's the most evil. He's the most wicked. Okay, the irony is incredibly funny because like you really have to understand that Esau is the one that is going around, killing people. Like, what else what else is there really to say? All right, he's the one that's perpetuating evil. All right, like what? Slakia, I just think it's so funny to me that, you know, I just find it so funny that Esau, being the devil that he is, he's over here talking about how we are the bad guys, when the reality of it is that he's the bad guy. Like, look at all the lynchings, the hanging Jake on a tree and stuff like that. That is the activity of someone that is so righteous or so upstanding or a great person or whatever. All right, like, oh, like, are we really just gonna play dumb? Are we really gonna just play dumb and like that? Anyway, so with that, it baffles me that the people are just going to ignore that. Okay. So yes, as I said before, the whole world does just dislike Jake, but also the second answer, because I did say that there was two answers. The second answer to that is this: Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And that's basically the thing here where that's going on, where our people, we hate each other. Our Israelite hates Israelite. Judah hates Ephraim. Oh, hold on. As a matter of fact, I just remembered. Judah. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 11 verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. So of course, this is actually a particular rivalry. All right, this is actually a particular rivalry specific to Judah and Ephraim, the so-called black people and the so-called Hispanics. Though Hispanics is all encompassing, so Ephraim is not just all of Hispanics. It's one of the Hispanic subsections. I think it's Mexicans, I think. Anyway, so yeah, basically the thing about that is that there is a specifically a rivalry that is going on between Judah and Ephraim. As a matter of fact, hell, I've even experienced that myself, where I've met with I've interacted with so-called Hispanics, and for some like bullshit ass reason, like they always have some fucking beef with me, even though I barely. And you know what, I can't even really say that in a Judah Ephraim thing, because everyone has always had beef with me. I've had beef with fucking, well, actually no, I have not had beef with well, I have actually. I have had beef with damn near everyone, and usually I keep to myself. I'm a very antisocial person. Ironic given that I'm making this lesson, but I tend to keep to myself. I do not like to talk to people unless I am cool with someone. So there's always some fucking like asshole Judite, Ephraimite, Israelite, heathen, all right, that's always bothering me, trying to they're just bothering me. Like, it's like, what did I do to you? I didn't even do anything. I'm over here minding my own business, and you're coming over here bothering me as if I did something to you. Like, what is your problem? Like, that's basically how I've had to freaking live, all right, where people just see, oh, well, let me go bother this dude over here and stuff like that, because he's minding his own business. Like, oh, he's breathing the same air as me. All right. So it's like, what? I dead ass didn't even do anything. And yet for some reason, I'm a target. People want to bother me when I didn't do anything. I genuinely didn't do anything. Anyway, but as a result of that, yeah, I have had beef and experiences where other people have bothered me, and it's not just Ephraim, it's all nations. But I have seen it in many different people, where again, as I said before, it's not just a matter of so-called black people, but it's a matter of Israelites in general. Israelites are the target for a lot of people's hatred. Okay, people, and that's just the fact of the matter, and that's a part of the reason of why we know that we are Israelites, because people just do not like us simply just for the love of the game. All right, they just do not like us for the love of the game. Anyway, we read here. I'll read it again. Deuteronomy 28 verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave. Okay, and that's the thing where we are not beloved. We're not liked. We're not cared about. People don't care about us because this dude is making trouble, or this dude is this dude is that, or whatever, or he's a black person, he's not a good person, let's stay away from him and whatnot. We want to be careful. We don't want to associate with these types of people and whatnot. Like, that's basically how stuff goes down. Continuing on. Luke chapter 12 verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth, I tell you nay, but rather division. And that's what's going on. That is what's going on here, where that the spirit of division is on the people, where they don't want to listen. They don't care about what is right or what's wrong. The only thing that they care about is, oh well, let me keep going with this. Let me stay affiliated with whatever thing that's going on right now. All right. Like, they don't care about about things that's righteous. They only care about the things that's pleasing to their flesh. All right. Now, so yeah, and as a result of that, that's where you get the two subsections of Israelites, which actually ties into this. Zechariah 13 verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So there's two different Israelites are the 2/3 that are the wicked, and the 1/3 that's the righteous. The righteous are going to follow after what YAHAWAH established, and as a result of that, let me mute this. And as a result of that, we are the mouthpieces, figureheads, the representatives of Yahawadah, Yahawashi. All right. So as a result of that, we're also going to be hated. And you have the Israelites that also hated Yahawashi, and then the heathens that hate Yahawadah, Yahawashi as well. All right. Over here. So Slakia, let me go back. Basically, the thing here is that the reason why is because, of course, the Lord established it that we were going to be hated, not just by each other, but in general. All right, it's a general hatred. It's not just only Hispanics, but of course, this type of complaint, I don't really like it. I think it's very disingenuous because people, if this was a if we were saying the white man, the so-called white man, is our brother, our people would not have anything to say. They would just accept that as it is. A lot of people did just accept the fact that Esau can be included or everything. And even then, when it comes to oftentimes people complaining about, oh wait, can the white man be saved? Can this person be saved? Can Gentiles be saved? Whenever it's can Gentiles be saved, it's always can the white man be saved. They don't say can the Chinese man be saved, can the Indian man be saved, can the Middle Eastern, Arabian, whatever. They only say can the white. That's been a uniform thing. I don't think I've ever heard someone say, can the Chinese person be saved and stuff like that. Like, obviously, yeah, I think that's the best. That's the best way to say. Like, I've never heard people say that. It's always, can the white man be saved, rather than that. And even then, people would complain. People would barely complain about that. They would accept that. But again, as I said before, they don't want to accept actual Israelites, and they also get things misconstrued. They think that we are picking people based off of who we like. That's not the case. Even for me, I'll say I have a particular dislike for Edomites. I'll just say that. I have a particular dislike for Edomites, but that doesn't change the fact that I had met with this one Edomite looking woman. All right, she was an Israelite. I believe she was an Israelite through the Spirit. But there's this one Edomite looking woman that was an Israelite. I fully accept her, and I fully acknowledge, and I fully believe that, yeah, she is an Israelite. She's definitely an Israelite, despite her Edomite appearance. You know what? I'm not going to, what's the word? Deny her heritage or anything like that. Because if you are only looking at the flesh, then that's where you're not. Let me get this actually. Bear with me. Romans chapter 8 verse 5, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things that are things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. And again, we're supposed to be looking at things that, is this the spirit of an Israelite? Is this the spirit of an Edomite? Is this the spirit of whatever? Okay, and let me actually get that as well. First John chapter 4 verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahawah, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. We have to try the spirit to establish that, is this person an Israelite? Alright, let's see, like, do they resonate with the scriptures? Do they resonate with the word of YAHAWASHI? If yes, then okay, then why would you deny someone that says that I sincerely believe, I sincerely want to do the right thing, I sincerely X, Y, and Z, and whatnot? You're just going to deny that? Like, it's utterly ridiculous. All right, so with that, as a result of that, we're not saying, oh, we love the Hispanics, we're in solidarity with the Hispanics and stuff like that because of them being Hispanics. No, it's because of facts. Like, that's the spirit. Okay, their bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and then their spirit resonates with this word and truth that they are in fact Israelites. All right. So again, all right, this is not we like the so-called Hispanics and stuff like that. No, we know that the Hispanics generally do not like so-called black people. I acknowledge that. I accept that. I know that so-called Edomite, so-called white people, so-called Chinese people, so-called fucking Indians and whatever, they don't like so-called black people. But yet, if I see someone that is saying, say for example, I think this is a perfect example because I've seen this before. If I see someone like a Chinese person, all right, saying that, you know what, I believe in this thing, I'm gonna follow it, or an Edomite, okay, I think that's the best, most extreme example for me. No, that's a terrible example. If I see a Chinese person and they say, hey man, I've been studying all this stuff, I've been doing all this stuff, I wanna learn whatnot, I'm not gonna turn them away and say like, no, you're Chinese, you're Moab, you're this and that and the third. Like, no, I'm gonna say, okay, you know what, okay, then I acknowledge that, I accept that, and I'm gonna give them their own fair shot. That's how you try the spirit. You see, okay, are they gonna actually stick to this? Are they sincere? Are they just taking this as a trend or whatever and stuff like that? whatever. Just like you try, you give people their fair shot, and then if they don't, want to follow after this, and that's fine. The Lord's going to the Lord is going to sift the tares. All right, the tares that's going to try to sow themselves in with the wheat. All right. Did I read this? Mark chapter 3 verse 35. For whosoever shall do the will of Yahweh, the same as my brother and my sister and my mother. And that's that's beautiful. Actually, that's where we know. Okay, this Chinese looking person. All right, I said Chinese looking. I didn't say Chinese. I said Chinese looking person. If someone that looks like, I say, oh, let me get an illustration out. Okay, who is a Chinese person? Okay, let's just get Chinese woman. Chinese woman. Please do not show me anything bad. All right, perfect. So let's just use these three as an example, okay? Let me also get a second one. Fuck. Where the hell? And then one more. Let's get this. What the fuck was it? Oh yeah, Chinese man. Chinese black man. What the fuck is that? Perfect. Now, let's say, just for the sake of argument, I get with this woman. Okay, me and this woman, we get married. I have a kid with her. We have a kid with her. Kid comes out looking like this. Okay, just for the sake of argument. All right. I don't really know if that's whatever. We'll just use it. Okay. Then he gets with this next Chinese woman, full Chinese woman. All right. And then they have a kid. That kid comes out looking like this. All right. And then he gets with another Chinese woman, the third Chinese woman. All right. And then they have a kid, and they come out looking like this. This is still recording. Okay. Okay, and then this guy gets with another Chinese woman, all right, or her, whatever, and then the kid comes out looking like this, all right. So this is basically the thing where the appearance, someone's appearance, it does not determine. And that was the thing. And that was the thing that was I saw in a debate where I forgot the dude's name, Marcel or some shit like that. I forgot his name. He was basically trying to argue and trying to force the Israelite that he was debating to say that Israelites are, I think it was his name, fucking I forgot their names, but basically he was trying to force the Israelites to say that an Israelite has physical features, and he's trying to say that is what determines what an Israelite is. But because the Israelite knows that that's not, he was doing the Israelite did a bad job debating, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. But the main thing was that your physical features does not determine what physical features does not determine if someone is an Israelite or not. All right, it is determined by your bloodline. Okay, so as a result of that, if your bloodline returns back to a so-called black man, then that's what makes you an Israelite. And let's say that his grandfather or his father looked like this. All right, and then his father, and then as we went back into the example, his father looked like this, and then and then his grandfather is like this, and then his great grandfather is like this, and then his great grandfather looked like this, and then his great grandfather, however many greats grandfather looked like me. All right, then regardless of the consistent marriage to these let's just for the sake of argument, full-blooded Chinese women, that's not what determines their appearance is not what determines if they are an Israelite or not. It is their bloodline, their patrilineal bloodline. All right, so I hope that was a proper illustration to demonstrate how, yes, we are Israelites, but not based off of appearance, but based off of bloodline. And even then, that's also how we determine that so-called, because if you know about the history of the so-called Hispanics, but when they were first here, before they were conquered unfairly, by the way, by those red devils, they were dark. They were dark skinned. All right, like you should definitely do some research on that type of stuff. Like, they were not no pale stuff. It's because of all the rape and the freaking assimilation stuff like that. I don't know if you know, but a lot of the when it comes to the conquering, what Esau does, he took the men and sent the men away from their families, so their wives had to be taken. The wives got took by the Edomite men. The little girls got took also by the Edomite men as well, and then they also took boys and girls into like schools to re-educate them, to make them forget their heritage. That was basically what happened. That happened in America. That also happened in what's it called? Japan as well. Japan was doing all that shit too, and then lo and behold, what's it called? South America as well. So North America and South America, and then Japan with the Japanese did that with the Ainu, and again, like that's basically a part of the curses that we determine that these people are Israelites. That's another indication. Okay, where is this person an Israelite? Are they suffering from the curses? Then they clearly are Israelites. And it's not based off of their appearance. It's based off of the prophecy. Okay. So continuing on, Isaiah 30 verse 12. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised his word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly and instant. Basically, they are waiting for the destruction. They're waiting for all the things that's going on. Slakia, they're waiting for not destruction. They're waiting for what's the word called? Trying to think. It's called. They're waiting for Esau's. They would rather have Esau prosper rather than YAHAWAH and His establishing proper rule in in this kingdom, in his kingdom. But there's no sense of this is the right thing, because they got so used. They have that Stockholm syndrome. They're so used to, I love my oppressor, I'm gonna just stick with him. I'm gonna go with him in whatever he does. All right. And finally, perfect, beautiful precept to end off on Matthew chapter 24, Matthew 24 verse 48. But if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servant, and to eat and drink with the drunken. Well, no, yeah, that's basically the main thing, where you have these other Israelites these Israelites that have allied themselves with the enemy, with the wicked, with Esau, Edom. So as a result of that, they don't care about, we're gonna do the right thing, we're gonna follow along with the right stuff. No, they would rather just say, I'm gonna stick to Esau's world, I'm gonna stick to Esau's kingdom, rather than what is right. All right, they don't care about what's right. They only care about Esau's kingdom and the continued prosperity, as we just established in Isaiah 30 verse 12 and 13, where Esau's kingdom is built off of oppression, perverting judgment. All right. So as a result of that, they don't want Yahawadah MANASHAH to judge Esau or judge the evil in this world. They're okay with it. They're consenting to it. All right. And then as a result of that, like when we as Israelites speak out against that and say this shit is wrong, this is evil and whatnot, then what do you think happens to us? We're viewed as the bad guys. We're the bad guys. So it's not just a matter of that. All right. There's the 2/3 that definitely hate other Israelites. All right. Generally, but there's also the matter of this. Let me get this. I think I did read it, but I want to conclude, have the conclusion over here. Isaiah 11 verse 13, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. And that's basically the reason why. All right. So yes, this is the main thing. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Hashem, Rakwa, Shabbat, honest, the elders and apostles, the great mill, son of Bible, Shalom.